Hi Year 7s, welcome to the first of my YouTube clips. What I want to do this term, and probably for the rest of the year, is flip our classroom around. So what we'll do is at night you'll watch a little YouTube clip that goes through the basics of the topic that we're looking at. Also, like the key notes that we always write down at the beginning of each lesson, they will be put up on YouTube so you can watch them there. So I'll make YouTube clips for each lesson. You need to watch them the night before the lesson or for homework, and I'll check the post to see if there's any questions, or you can contact me through Edmodo or ask for help. So what do you need to do? Whilst watching each video clip, you need to copy down the notes. And when I see you in the next lesson, I will check everyone's workbooks to make sure, although it'll be fairly obvious because you won't know what you're doing because you haven't listened to the YouTube clip. So it's really important that you do watch each of the videos that I put up. I also think this will be helpful when you come to study for your assessment tasks and exam at the end of the year. Okay, so the topic we're looking at for the next week or two is equations. And in this one, all I want you to understand is what an equation is and how can we solve an equation just by looking at it. Most of you should be can already do this because I've seen you do it in the past and you do it in mental maths every day. So what are equations? This is the time when you need to start writing down the notes. So heading of equations, and then an equation is a mathematical statement that contains an equal sign. So for example, 3 plus 4 equals 7 is an equation. Or 0.3 times 10 is equal to 2 plus 2. Algebraic equations have at least one unknown number represented by a pronumeral or letter. For example, 3n equals 12, or 5k equals 3k. Sorry, 5 minus k equals 3k, and so on. To see if equations are true, think of the equal sign like the center of a balancing beam, with the left side of the equation must be equal to the right side of the equation. So, for example, r minus 2 equals 6. Well, r has to be 8 because 8 minus 2 equals 6. So this side and the other side both have to equal 6. You can always check to see if the equation is correct by looking at whether or not they both equal the same number. I don't want you to bother about this. If you want to have a read through, then you can. You don't need to copy down this little section here. One of the important skills you need to be able to do is to write equations when you're given a sentence. So equations are used to record mathematical statements or real life scenarios. So in this one here, you've been asked to double a number is 48. So let the unknown be n. So double means to times by 2, so 2n equals 48. In this one here, we've been asked to dividing a number by 100 gives the answer of 9. So this time we're going to let the unknown be x. You can let it be any letter you like. And we're going to divide that number by 100. Now this line here means the same as divide by. So x divided by 100 equals 9. The last one here, the sum of two numbers is 17. Now here we have two unknowns. We have two numbers we don't know, so let's label them a and b. So a plus b equals 17. Okay, the most important thing when we're looking at equations is being able to solve them. Finding the value of the unknown number is to solve the equation. And yeah, being able to find the unknown value of the pronumeral is really powerful. So sometimes we can solve the equation simply by reading it, and a lot of you will be able to do this at this point. So you just have a look at the equation and replace the unknown number by the word what, or what you think the actual answer is. So for example, if you were looking at this one here, solve k, or unknown value, divided by 4 equals 5. So what divided by 4 equals 5? Well, you might be able to figure it out. The answer is 20, because 20 divided by 4 is 5. And that's solving the equation by inspection. You can also solve equations by using guess and check, and this is a really common method for people to use. When you're using guess and check, just make sure that you write down all your guesses. So, make a sensible guess, substitute your guess into the equation, and see if it's correct. If it's not, then have another go. Remember, we're looking at the balancing the scales, so make sure both sides equal the same thing. So let's have a look at this example. We've got 3y plus 7 equals 31. This kid here, his first guess was 5, so he replaced the y with 5. So he did 3 times 5 plus 7 is equal to 22, which isn't the same as 31. So y cannot be 5. So he's gone, okay, well let me try 8. That needs to be a bit higher. So 3 times 8 plus 7 equals 24 plus 7, which is 31. So y must be 8, because this side here, when y is 8, equals 31, which is what this side is telling you it has to equal. Okay, that's a quick introduction to equations. We will go into more detail on Thursday and Friday, so don't stress if something's not making sense. What I recommend is that you do 10-15 minutes of hot maths just to get yourselves into the groove of it. So you need to do 10 minutes of hot maths. So we're looking in chapter 9, equations 1, so 9a and b. So have a go at these questions here. Have a look at level 1 and level 2. Alright guys, I will see you on Thursday. Bye!